so we're here on the most basic level to talk about New Year's resolutions and kind of why they don't work. But I'm going to also teach you a technique that helps you to be able to get under those reasons why it doesn't work and help them to be able to work. So, did anybody make New Year's resolutions this year?
No.
No?
My father.
Well, that's see, why bother? Everybody knows that they kind of don't work, so.
It's the same list.
Well, I'm doing good anyway.
Good. You know, I have a friend who her New Year's resolutions were to stop smoking and go to church. She goes to church every week and she doesn't smoke. So she figured if she chose to, that, you know, that were doable, then she could do it. That's right.
100% success rate.
That's right. She knew she was going to get 100%. So, have any of you heard of emotional freedom techniques? You have? Okay. Okay. Emotional freedom techniques it's also known as EFT. And at the most basic level, it's a relaxation technique. So if all you did was use it for stress, none of you have stress, do you? No, okay, good.
Stress on you.
Oh, well, it's really good for stress. I have found that anytime I call it tapping, and you'll see why, but anytime I'm tapping for just about anything, when I'm done, I'm like, huh, it's like taking a little happy pill. So, another way I like to compare it to, well, you've heard of acupuncture, and acupuncture uses the Chinese meridians, and they stick needles in the endpoints, and they twirl them to send energy down the meridians, and it's supposed to help clear any blocks that you have. Well, this does the same thing, only you don't have to use needles.
Yeah.
So, instead of putting the needles in those endpoints, you take your fingers and you tap on those points while you focus on whatever the problem is. So, and the theory behind EFT is that the cause of all negative emotions, if you look at your EFT on a page on the left side there, the cause of all negative emotions is a disruption in the body's energy system. And so I don't want to take up a lot of time going behind the history and stuff about it, but basically, the way I like to explain it is, we have a room in our house, our family room, where like most of the stuff goes on. So we have like 2 computers and 2 printers and a TV and a VCR and a surround sound and lamps and an overhead fan and on and on and on. And in the summertime, we have a room air conditioner that we bring in there and turn on. And if the fan's going and the air conditioner's going and everything else is plugged in, and we bring the vacuum cleaner in and we start vacuuming, the breaker flips, Now, we could live without the family room, right? We could pull the TV in another room or what have you. It would be inconvenient to live without that room. But we could live without it. But it's really easy just to go outside and flip the switch, right? And then everything's just how it's supposed to be. And that's kind of how I compare EFT. You have stuff going on, stress, experiences, whatever. Something traumatic happens and then zzz, you just get this kind of, the flip, it breaks, and then you're not functioning properly anymore. And EFT is like that, like flipping that breaker switch. It lines everything right back up where it's supposed to be, and then you go on functioning how you're supposed to. So, one thing that I wanted to do before we get to like smoking and food and stuff, which, do we have any smokers? Okay. But you're an addiction counselor, right? Mm-hmm. So this could be used in that situation. In fact, I have a friend that's a EFT practitioner, and he focuses exclusively on pornography and gets incredible results. And if you know anything about pornography, it's so addictive and so destructive to relationships. But he gets really great success.
It's really hard to stop.
Yeah, with people on that addiction. So, so does anybody in the room have any pain? Okay, good. We're going to demonstrate on pain first, and then we'll talk about the other things. But I'm just going to kind of show you right now where the points are that we tap on, and kind of what the setup is for how we use it. And then we're going to try it on pain and see how it works. That's a good demonstration. There is an affirmation that goes along with EFT, and you use that affirmation with whatever the problem is. So you can see there it says, even though I have this blank, this problem, I deeply and completely accept myself. And you can put pain, you can put grief, anything that you can put there, and the more specific you get, the better. So, you can say, even though I have this pain, but it would be better to say, even though I have this pain in my shoulder. And you might notice the quality of the pain. Some people have throbbing pain, some people have sharp stabbing pain, some people have an ache. So there's a difference. You might get relief just saying, even though I have this pain, or even though I have this pain in my shoulder. But you might get more relief if you say, even though I have this stabbing pain in my shoulder, or this throbbing pain, or this headache, or whatever.
But just one pain at a time.
Yes. Yeah, you don't focus on 4 of them because it's
Okay.
hard. You want to direct those thoughts and the focus right to the one thing.
Okay.
So you just do them one at a time.